Hello all, and thank you for joining the TT Live webinar on the Fix Recovery service. My name is Brian Snezik, and I am part of the user experience team here at TT. I will be joined by Jerome Hayes, who is the Director of Product Integration for our Fix team. Jerome will go through how to perform a Fix Recovery request, but first I will speak on what Fix Recovery is and give some notes on it. The Fix Recovery service lets Fix order routing and Fix drop copy clients request data for specific time periods and markets using their existing sessions. This service uses Fix messages to submit a request for missing data that might result from a technical issue with a Fix client or a Fix session. Fix order routing and Fix drop copy clients may request execution report and/or reconciliation. You can perform a Fix recovery and/or reconciliation using a recovery request or Logon with a StartDate and EndDate. This will message replay all messaging during that time period. Alternatively, the reconciliation method can be submitted using either recovery request or Logon. You can add tag 18002 equals Y and it will replay any missed messages since the last reset. To use the recovery service, customers must open additional ports in their UAT and production firewalls. They need to do this before a critical outage occurs, where messages need to be recovered in production. For the Fix Recovery service, there is a time limit dependent on the user's total number of accounts. Users with less than 250 accounts, the recovery service allows message retrieval up to 720 hours or roughly 30 days. Users with more than 250 accounts, the message retrieval allows up to 168 hours or roughly 7 days. There are some recovery key points. We'll cover a couple of them here. The Fix Recovery service can be logged into while the respective Fix session is running. The password when logging on to the Fix Recovery service, it requires the same password as that of the respective Fix session. The same Fix rule set that is currently assigned to the respective Fix drop copy or order routing session will be applied to the Fix Recovery request. Same request can be made multiple times, provided it falls within the standard Fix Recovery timeframe. For compliance sessions, D, G, F, AB, and AC messages will also be included. Execution reports sent during the recovery process include only the final state of any execution reports that were restated due to the fill confirmation or the fast fill versus clearing fill execution reports sent for OM markets. Any intermediate states for a given execution report are omitted from the recovery feed. Now I will allow Jerome to present a presentation of 4 sample recovery requests using the Mini Fix platform.
We will now start with the first of 4 sample requests that we are providing in this video. First, we must log the Fix client into the recovery service. As with all TT Fix sessions, we must first wait for the recovery complete message 35 equals B before submitting our U2 request. For this U2 message, we will define the start and end times using tags 916 and 917. The time provided needs to be in UTC format. We also allow the Fix clients to use tag 207 to filter on the message traffic by given exchange. For our requests, we will request only traffic from the CME. Tag 207 is only optional. When not provided, the output coming back to the Fix client will be for all traffic available to that session. Once completed, we will submit the U2 message. Notice, after the request is complete, the recovery service will log the Fix client out of the session. For our second example, we are going to request the same time range. However, we will not include Fix tag 207. The only difference, we will be including these tags on our logon message 35 equal A. When logging into the Fix session, you will first get your recovery complete message, at which point you will then receive the output to the requested time range. After completing, the service will log that Fix client out. For our last 2 examples, we are going to submit reconciliation requests using both 35 equals U2 and the logon 35 equals A. The reconciliation request is going to send back out to the Fix client missed messages since the session's last reset time or a defined time range since the last reset time. Note, on this type of request, adding tag 207 as a filter is not supported. After logging the Fix session in, we are going to configure 35 equals U2 with adding the additional 18,002 equals Y. For this request, We're going to request a time range for the missed messages. After populating tags 916 and 917, we will then submit our request. This will then send out missed messages back to the fix client. As with the other requests, the fix recovery service will log out the fix client after it is complete. On our final example, we will be incorporating the reconciliation tag 18,002 equals Y when logging in. For this request, we are not going to define a given time range. At that point, we will go back to the session's last reset time and send out messages that have not yet been sent out to the fixed client. After submission of the 35 equals A message, again, the fix service will provide the 35 equals B recovery complete message. At that point, it will send out any missed messages back out to the fixed client. As always, the service will log out the client when the output is complete. This concludes the video on TT's Fix Recovery Service. If you have any further questions on this topic or any others on TT Fix Services, please send an email to fixintegration@trade.tt.